history they warned us about! They warned us about people like you! Pay attention! We're losing our democracy! Wake up! Wake up!
Okay. She's talking about me. Hi, I'm Denver. I'm the Denver of the Denver show. And, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No, really, that's okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. So, today, thank you. No, stop. First, I want to go over, before we get started, I got to go over our sponsors today. Wicked Wild Wings here in Fort Myers. If you're in Fort Myers, you need to check out Wicked Wings and Things out on Alico Road. Some of the best sauces, homemade sauces ever. They have tons of them. They're amazing. And they have specials all through the week. Friday night is off the hook at Wicked Wings on Alico Road here in Fort Myers. So if you're in Southwest Florida, check it out. Alico Road, and that is Wicked Wings. All right, so I'm sure a lot of you are here for the guest that we have coming up. First, let me say that if you want to call in and make comments and talk, there's the phone number, 855-854-TALK. You're going to be able to actually talk to this amazing model, this amazing actress who's tearing it up right now. Here's Heather Fraley. Did I say your name, Fraley? Fraley. Hi, Heather.
Yes,
how are you
Fraley.
doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I got my Coke Zero I just finished. And I got today's sponsor, Long Island Iced Tea, homemade. So this should be fun.
How big was that drink? Can you see that better?
It's a full glass. I got a Long Island tall.
Oh, I see.
So what I did is I mixed I used a mix, and then the mixes never taste right. So, and then I added my own. I upped it. Added my own vodka, gin, tequila, all that, and triple sec and sweet and sour. So now we're good. So Heather, I've been looking forward to talking to you. So you're an interesting person. You're a firecracker, man. I'll tell you. I watch your post, especially. You really handle those guys that are disrespectful to you and send you the dick pics and stuff like that. You slam them.
Yeah.
Your sarcasm and your wit is amazing.
Yes. I think I terrify a lot of people, and I'm okay with that.
You could be intimidating. And you said you are what? How tall are you? How tall are you? Wait, you cut out. What's that?
4'11".
4'11". You never know that. Now,
4'11".
now you're doing really well modeling, and they usually want tall women for that, right? For modeling?
For fashion, runway, they do. For other things, they don't really seem to care too much because fortunately, I have long legs for my height. It's kind of like a short torso, so I'm pretty evened out. Put some heels on, good to go.
Hey, how did you? Your volume's a little low. Let me see if I can get you up higher. No, I can't. All right, so just try to talk a little louder, I guess. Hey, so how did you get involved in modeling? I'm going to show some of your modeling pictures while you talk about this. So how did you get involved?
Hear me any
better? We'll see.
Can you hear me any better now?
Yeah,
Okay.
now you gotta say that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you had some feedback going on there for
Okay.
a second. So, all right. So I'm gonna show some of your modeling pictures here while you're talking about your modeling. So at what age did you start modeling? How'd you get involved in that?
16. I was walking through a Fred Meyer's with my mother, and a lady approached me and gave me a card, and she was trying to scout me. Parents took me to the agency, to the interview and all of that. Yeah, it's my butt right there. Look at that.
That's a nice
Anyway.
butt.
That's my sushi. Anyway, I got distracted by my own ass. All right.
I don't blame
So,
you. If I had an ass like that, I would distract
no,
myself too.
not in that way. Just I was like, there's a butt. That's my butt. Okay. But anyway, so walking through Fred Meyer's, and we went to the agency. Of course, they did the whole spiel, and we want everybody type deal, pay money, do this, do that, and I was like, no. So I kind of just, at the age of 16, looked for my own photographers, reached out to some people, and back then, we didn't even have. So it was tough trying to find all those people to make those connections. And I actually started doing import car shows modeling because that was what was the thing back then when I was, 16 years old. It was the it thing. So I was an import girl. That's how I started.
With what kind of cars were you doing for dealerships, or were you doing it for people who modified their car?
No, import
Imports?
car shows, like Fast and Furious when all that stuff came out. Yeah,
okay.
all those car shows because the movies and all that.
And you did this at 16?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. 16 years old. I was on a Team Impulse, is what you could. That's my ass again.
Did people know you were 16? Were you hit on a lot as a 16-year-old by adults?
They did not. They did not know. I had to travel a lot from Oregon. So from Oregon to Washington, we traveled back and forth to Seattle. My parents had to sign a waiver because, I had to travel and have my own hotel room and all of that stuff. No, nobody knew besides who I worked for my age.
Wow.
You're showing my butt all over. My ass is all over this thing.
Well, that's, I don't know. This is your modeling pictures, right? So, do you not want me to show those? Here's the one I like.
No, show it all.
I like these Jack Daniels. Who took these for Jack Daniels? Was that actually for Jack Daniels, or did you just put that in there?
It was not. It was a prop. It was not for. I mean, there was some Jack in there, but it was a prop, and it licks for top.
You just froze up.
You
froze up for a second.
I worked with here for.
All the best laid plans. You're frozen, Heather.
You're cutting out a little.
Yeah, I know you're frozen.
I lost you.
Your video's frozen. There you are. You're back,
Can you
but
hear
your
me?
video's frozen. I can hear you, but your internet seems to be cutting out.
I'm frozen.
Yep. We should have talked about that. If that ever happens and you can't
hear
get.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're okay now. You're not
Am
frozen
I still
now.
frozen?
No, you were. Well, kinda. Yes, you are frozen. So it's are you on Wi-Fi? Make sure you're on Wi-Fi. Yeah. Let me put some comments up there while you're talking, or while you're trying to get that smoothed out. Okay, Heather will be back. Let me put some of the comments up. So anyway, she'll be right back here. So, let me get these off here. So I'm Denver. This is the Denver Show. If you would please like and follow the show. I have a lot of actors and actresses coming up, producers, movie producers. I have a lot of connections with them. So I also have, so what I got coming up, I got Ms. Florida coming up, Ms. Great Britain International. I have a Maxim magazine girl, cover girl that I'm going to be interviewing coming up. And where's the Viking chick? Yeah, I got that picture. I'll show you that picture here in a second, Jason. So Heather's trying to get back on. I think it's her internet. See, I would find and challenge her. Yeah, me too, John. No doubt. No doubt. She's so short she needs to step up to the mic. She is a tiny ninja. I agree. John. So Heather's trying to get back on here. We tested all of her internet and stuff like that. It seemed to work in, best laid plans. So, Brittany. So you remember when she was doing her first car modeling pictures? I like to see those. I wish she sent me some of those. So there she is. She's coming back. Here she goes. We're bringing back.
I'm
You
back.
She's back. I was
I'm
going to
back.
tell you, I think it says she's a knockout, a real down-to-earth woman. Kill it, Heather. So Dale says. So I've been running through the comments. You got a lot of great comments on here, too. So right now.
And
Someone
I missed most of them.
Well, here you go. Some of them, Brittany said that she remembers your first car modeling pictures. So I like to see some of
Brittany,
those.
yes, she's one of my high school friends.
And then
Michelle! Hello,
Michelle gave you
everybody.
some-
You all are so amazing for popping in.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'll run back
I'm
to
a
you so you
ninja.
can see. You're a tiny ninja.
I am.
But he's
I
Roy
just
says you're so
love
short you have to step up the mic. So also John wants to challenge you to fight. So I'm in line for that too. I want you to fight me too.
Oh, bring it.
You're one that I don't care to lose to.
Where's the Viking chick? I am not in costume. No Viking
So there-
right now. But
there's
I
your comment.
am
Yeah.
Viking.
Yeah, Sean knows about your Krav Maga. So we do have actually Krav Maga. What is it? Krav Maga?
Krav Maga.
Okay, I did jujitsu, so but that's a badass art. I didn't know that. So here's I do have a I have a clip of you doing that martial arts. Let's see. Here we go.
Here we go.
So kicking ass, taking names. So now
Yeah,
when
that
you got
was part of. Oh, go ahead.
what was that a part of?
Oh, it was a part of the AW program at Krav Maga. My instructor does a all women's empowered program, strictly for
Awesome.
women. We do live, simulations like that where we actually do fight, and it's a great program.
I saw another clip. I didn't get it uploaded. It looked like you really hit some guy in the balls and hurt him.
Yeah, I screamed out, "I got your dick, bitch." It happens.
Yeah, he looked like he was hurting a little bit. So
Well, they wear cups, so they're protected.
yeah, but you got through somehow.
I kind of yanked it a little bit to the side. Anyways.
You yanked it. Did you not like that guy?
No, he's a very sweet guy. The bad
Okay.
guys are amazing people. But yeah, no, that was an accident to get up in there like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't get that clip uploaded, but it was pretty funny. So also speaking of self defense though, did you get involved in that because you are you're a survivor of domestic abuse and rape?
Yes.
Yes. Is that what
Correct.
got you into
Yes.
martial arts?
It is. I actually spent a full year doing research, finding what I thought, after a year's worth of research, was the overall best form of self-defense, especially for somebody my size.
Right.
Everything came back to Krav Maga, Krav Maga, Krav Maga.
Mhm.
There's only it's hard to find instructors. So I found one in Florida and I actually messaged him and I was kind of scared. I was more, timid back then. Contacted him and he, tried to get me to, I opened up, I told him my story. He tried to get me to come to a class and I wouldn't do it. He kept on me for a full year. His name's John Brockoff. A full year checking on me, sending me messages, inviting me. He didn't give up on me. And eventually I went and it changed my world. It's amazing.
Is that also what you seem to have a lot of confidence too? You think some of that confidence came from that?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
That's what I love about martial arts. It's not just about physical fighting and stuff like that. It's a mindset, and so it also gives a lot of
It is
confidence.
mindset.
Mhm.
That's what
And
my
you-
instructor says. Mindset is everything.
It absolutely
I
is.
wanted to actually, if it's okay, I wanted to make that available for anybody. So I wanted to say that the AW, which is the Krav Maga, the All Women's Empowered course, in 2022, they've had over 1,000 graduates come through
Wow.
the course, and some of them come back. I take that course once a year, every year, and then I do regular Krav Maga when I can. I haven't done it as much as I would like to recently, but I, have and do that. And what was the other thing? I wanted to make him available, especially for women. Men are more than welcome too. But phone number 941-545-8222. And you can also find him on Instagram or Facebook, just Krav Maga Manatee. And his name is John Brockoff. Amazing trainer, amazing. And he's located in Manatee, Florida.
I'm going to do you one better. What's his name? What's his name? John
Brockoff. Brockoff.
How you spell that?
Brockoff, I think.
OFF?
Sorry, John, if I spelled that wrong.
Okay.
I believe so. If I spelled that wrong, I apologize.
What's the phone number again?
It is 941 545 8222.
8222. Okay, I'm gonna do you one better.
And first class is always free.
First class is free. So if you guys are interested in that, there it is. It's on the screen. I'll leave it on the screen for a little bit. This is what give Heather her confidence, and that is a badass martial arts. It's basically I believe it's Israeli martial arts, right? Their military.
It is
uses that.
Their military hand-to-hand combat.
Hand-to-hand combat
training.
art. Absolutely. And it is
Correct.
it's designed for the streets, designed for hand-to-hand combat. So yeah, it's pretty badass. I did jiu-jitsu and taekwondo, and I've always been interested in that. So that's awesome. So I'll leave that up there. So ladies, seriously, especially if you've been a victim of,
there we go.
Especially if you've been a domestic abuse victim, you should look into this stuff, because it really does empower you. 100%. It will help you to be able to defend yourself, and it gives you the confidence to defend yourself. You know that you don't have to put up with shit. And if you ever look at watch Heather's go through her timeline, you'll see that she doesn't take shit. And it's because it's more than just a fighting art.
Zero.
It's a mindset. Yeah. That's what I love about you. You're badass. You had oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I actually had a PTSD. I had it for a very long time, and only about a year and a half ago, when I seen my doctor, they updated my paperwork to not having PTSD anymore, and I give 85% of that to Krav Maga and everybody involved in the program that I go to with John Brockoff. That's
so awesome. So
hi,
something
Stacey,
good.
I love you.
She loves you, Stacy. So speaking of that, once you guys call in, 855-854-TALK is the phone number, and liven it up. Ask your questions, make comments. Let's hear some stories about Heather. So Heather, how much do you want to go into that abuse? So what happened to you? And I'd like to. I know sometimes it can be painful, and you said you're over your PTSD and everything. So that's awesome. But sometimes that gives other women the confidence and healing to hear somebody that's overcame the situation. So what is it that you had to deal with?
Basically I was married, and the person I was married to, we had been separated for 3 months because things had become abusive shortly after we got married. And I went back to get some, belongings and whatnot. A different friend was supposed to meet me there, so I wasn't alone. Well, that friend didn't show up. So, bad stuff happened. Rape and beating.
And this is your ex?
Yes.
Was he your ex at the time, or you hadn't went through the divorce yet? This is just a separation.
Towards the divorce.
Towards the divorce. Wow. Now, would you ever dream that he was capable of something like that? Were there any signs?
I was very young. There was not signs until honeymoon night. We had been together for quite a while prior to that. Not too long. I want to say 2 years. So, it was kind of just a out of nowhere thing, but what I believe happened, not 100% sure, what I believe happened is that person maybe got involved with some substance abuse and their personality, adapted to using that stuff should not be using.
So you saw something on your honeymoon night that tipped you off that you might be in trouble.
Yeah.
So what did you just get mean or
like
rough or what?
Thing,
Your what?
the crown thing, the veil that goes in front of the veil.
Yes.
I had taken it off and I had it in my hands, and the first sign of any of that, he pulled it out of my hand, and it, was metal and whatever, had little big diamonds in it, and it like sliced across my hands. Didn't faze him whatsoever. Not one bit. He had been angry about something. I don't even remember what it was. And then I ended up being held by my neck down to the ground like a dog and talked to like a dog shortly after that. Same night. So.
That's just. I don't know if you want to call it PTSD. I have something in me that I have this rage that like hearing something like that or even imagining being in the presence of a man attacking a woman. This rage comes up. I probably was because my mom and I were beaten by my dad. So I don't think of that.
It means you're a good person.
Well, or that too, right?
It means you're a good person.
Yeah, I always said someday. Go ahead.
No, there was different abuses throughout my life. It wasn't just the one time. My grandmother was actually murdered when I was 7 by her husband, not my grandfather, but step-grandfather. And my sister, who passed away 2 years ago, she said that he had molested her and I. I was too young to remember. She remembered everything. He's currently serving a life sentence. So, and then there was a couple other people along the way that I've met throughout life, and going on dates and whatnot, where I found myself in really bad situations because I was very naive, came from a small town, very caring, very open, thought everybody was, like the people where I came from. Learned real quick that's not the case, and it is what it is. But I much rather it have happened to me. I'm okay with it because it taught me how to protect myself and teach my daughter how to protect herself. So it will never happen to her. So I'm okay with it happening to me because now it will never happen to her.
When I coach people sometimes, and when they get to that stage where they've totally overcome it and stuff like that, that's one of the things I always say to them. I say, you know what? It couldn't have happened to a better person because you can be an inspiration and help and save so many people because you're so strong. And it's the same with me and my abuse, the abuse that I got. I feel the same way about me, and because there's so many people that can't handle it, and I did. Exactly. So I can help those who I can have empathy and understand and go through.
Correction, they can handle it eventually, but it is much more difficult because I believe everybody can get through it. Everybody.
Right. Yes.
If you don't mind me correcting you.
No, I don't. No, just speak your mind. I don't care. Tell me I'm full of shit if I say anything that you think that way. So.
Oh, I will. But no,
I know you will. That's why I love you. So,
I like your head. It's so shiny. It's like Mr. Clean.
I know. I was going to ask you. Here. That's why, because of the sheen. Hold on. That's why I usually wear a hat. So, I like my sheen.
Embrace the sheen. Embrace the sheen.
Not the Charlie Sheen.
Bring it back. Where's Mr. Clean? Bring it back.
So, well, it's just the lighting. The lighting's it causes glare. So, and I just shaved it tonight. So when we did our pre-show, I had the 5-day growth. So, but anyways,
it's a good glare. Embrace it.
Thank you. So
nice and pretty and distracting.
Pretty and shiny. What's nice is
rub it. I want to rub it for good luck.
That's what I say.
Can
when
I
I'm
rub
out.
it for good luck?
No kidding. When I'll just come up and start going, I like this.
Just want to rub it. It just looks like a good luck charm.
It is.
Hi, Misty.
Misty saying hi to you.
That is my that Misty is my sister who had passed away 2 years ago. Her best friend, and the other auntie to my nieces that my parents and I helped raise because my sister has passed. So Misty is amazing. I love you. We miss you. She's in Oregon. She took care of my sister on the end of her deathbed. She wanted to go home for that, so she was there for that.
You got a lot of support.
Hi, Liz.
So I think I do think yeah, some people are intimidated. I mean, come on, Colin. Here's the phone number. Let me put the phone number back up here. It's 855-854-TALK. Come on. You know, isn't it funny? You must have 500 guys that want to get with you, and they have an opportunity to call right now and talk to you, and they're not doing it. Right.
Come and get me.
There you go.
Bye.
Yeah, see, I'm not afraid. I told you that when you made that little clip about getting caught. So I'll catch you. I want to catch you.
Oh, when I was shooting on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made that little comment. So Misty said, yeah, okay. So,
Love you, Misty.
Yeah, Chris.
all right. So we do have a caller. So let's see who's on here and see what they want to say about you. So here, let's see.
Who we got?
Well,
Hello?
Yes. You're on Denver Show. What's up? Who is this?
Oh, hey, this is Chris.
Chris.
Looks like there was a lag between what I have going on in YouTube and the phone call, so.
Okay. So are you watching Heather? Did you call in to talk to Heather?
I did. I actually have your show up on the TV, and
Okay.
so there was like a little bit of lag between the phone call and this, but Heather,
yes.
they want to.
Yes. If you call in, folks, you got to turn your volume down on the show that you're watching and listen on the phone, because there's about a 45-second delay. It'll mess you up. So, anyways, what did you want to comment or ask Heather? You might be listening to the TV.
Heather or me?
What's that?
Chris.
Oh, well, Heather, I just wanted to give you a shout out. I just want to say that you're like one seriously phenomenal woman. I mean, everything that you've overcome, how you push forward. I mean, I'm just proud of you. You know, you're an inspiration. I mean, you really are. You're the definition of an inspiration. You know, and I'm not saying that not just to women, but to everyone, even guys listening to this. You know, you really are a wonderful woman, and you're an amazing mother.
Do you know Chris, Heather?
That.
Do you know who that is?
I'm trying to figure that out. Are you
Heatherdale.
Chris M on my Facebook?
Heatherdale.
Heatherdale.
What do you say?
Heatherdale. Chris Heatherdale.
Yes. Thank you. I do. Yes. We have never met in person, but we yes. Yes. Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
You know, yeah, and that's pretty awesome that you
I
have
know
people
him.
out there. You have people out there that you never met, and they're so supporting you and inspirational. And it just shows that you inspire people that you don't even know.
I had no idea how much support I had. I had no idea. I posted my funny stuff, and that was great. You know, made people laugh. I like it. People laugh. I like to laugh. I laugh at myself all the time. But I didn't realize until I transitioned. I went back. I went back into modeling over the summer because I'm a single mom, so I have my daughter, new daycare, needed some extra income, and then that just transitioned over to acting. And I had no idea that I had so much support and so many people that cared about me until I started, doing this new adventure. And I'm, reading their comments, their responses, their messages. I was just like overwhelmed. I'm like, I had no idea as many people cared. So thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, Chris, thanks a lot for calling in and showing support for Heather and asking questions. I greatly appreciate it. Phone number is 855-854-TALK to talk to Heather.
Hi, Chris.
So getting back to you got a kiss blown at you, Chris. So going back to your abuse and everything. So how long did you say? What did you do to transmute that? What were the steps? How long did it take you? I mean, like you your own words, you said you're kind of a man hater. And I don't know if that's a joke, but does that have anything to do with the situation? Are you still not quite over all that?
I am and I'm not. As a, I'm like one of the guys, 100%. So when it comes to friends, it's perfect. It's great. I love them to death. And I'll do anything for them. But once they start becoming interested or I get a dick pic, then it becomes a whole different ballgame. And yes, it probably does stream from things that I had experienced. It was a long process to get out of. What got me out of it was my grandmother's murder. I thought to myself, at being such a young age, I'm not going to end up like her. What happened to her was horrible, and it changed our entire family. But it happened for a reason, and so I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of this relationship and do something about it. And I did, but then I had come back to collect my belongings, and you know what happened there.
Right.
But, and I had a lot of other. Basically, I've never had a good relationship, so I've just kind of kept to myself and my daughter since. So been by myself
it is interesting for some reason. It seems like abuse victims continually get into relationships that are abusive for some reason, and I know some of it is that they need to work on themselves to learn to stop attracting those type of people. Not victim blaming here.
Right.
Part of it is that they like something that is a trait of that abuser and that they keep drawing. And then there's a
lot of reasons behind that.
Oh yeah. There's tons of reasons. I mean, maybe the law of attraction. I don't know if you believe in that. I don't even sure how much I believe in that. Law of attraction, where you attract, you continue to, especially if you fear that, you attract what you fear. So sometimes women, maybe if the law of attraction is true, then maybe that fear is drawing those people.
If all of you've known is that treatment and that behavior, it's
familiar.
It's scary to get anything else, anything healthy. That can be scary too.
Familiarization.
And then if you're new to it and it's happened the first time, or it is repeated or whatnot, it can just be because, hey, it could be you, needing to work on some things and learning some things, but it can also be the person you are attracts that type of predator.
Right.
Because predators look for a specific trait and body language and all kinds of stuff in their victims.
Right. Yes. And I go over that sometimes too. I told you I do relationship coaching and stuff like that. And sometimes people they're not open to understanding this or being open to it. And they blame me for blaming the victim. And that's not all what that means at all. There's just no excuse for the predators and the people that attack women, and it pisses me off to no end. I mean, I was going to say someday.
Well, there's men that, men are abused and attacked too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ways.
Yes, they certainly are. And, people don't think about that as much because, men are the masculine, they're strong ones, they're the aggressive ones because of testosterone, blah, blah, blah. However, 100%. If you got a man, well, like me even, that doesn't believe in harming a woman, that can make me vulnerable to abuse. Not that I wouldn't stop a woman from abusing me, but I would go that far. If a woman physically attacked me, I would restrain her. But I would not. I would not fight back. One time with my ex-wife, I was in. Excuse me. We were getting in a fight, and she went to kick me, and I'm in Taekwondo. Okay, so she goes to kick me, and I instinctively threw my hand down and caught her kick and lifted her leg up, and she went flat on her back. Oh, I felt so horrible. But she jumped up with this evil in her eyes, and she goes, "You fucked up." And I'm like, "No, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." And it was just instinctive, And then she called the police on me, and the police came tried to sort things out. And they said, well, and they told her, if you want to file charges, fine, we'll do that. But then you're going to jail too, because she admitted that she kicked me. And she said, you both are going to jail for abuse.
Not a lot of men get that lucky.
Yeah, and you got
A
children
lot
here.
of women get kind of set up that way, and they're not
Yeah.
as lucky
Yeah.
as you.
And that's the only thing that
As
ever
any
happened in our
stuff.
relationship ever. That's the only thing ever happened. But, but you know, that's the thing with it. I don't believe in hitting a woman. I don't believe in going above and beyond. And like I said, someday I just think I pity the dude that does that in front of me. Someday, I just feel like all the years of abuse of my mom and me and all that stuff and the hatred for men who do that. I see that in person. I just feel like it's all that is going to rise up and going to unleash on that person
On
at that moment.
one.
Yeah, I make them my
Kind of
little
seems
bitch.
like you're kind of excited, waiting for it to happen.
I don't want it to happen, but I'm very passionate about it. I don't want it to happen, but yeah, I can't even describe the hatred I have for men who abuse women. Yeah, that would be bad.
Well, us women and men who care about their women, we appreciate people like you. So thank you.
Yes. So Sean says spot on. Toxic and narcissistic people seek out caring and empathetic people. That's true. But
Unfortunately, yes.
we can't, and which is where brings us full circle to the man hater comment. That is one of the things, unfortunately, that we should try to avoid because that's what sometimes is the result of that. But Heather, there's men out there that would love you as the goddess you are, and I'm not promoting myself. I'm older than you, and I'm not promoting myself. I'm not saying anything, but I'm telling you that I'm one of those people that would just, I admire you so much. I would never harm you and stuff and stuff. But there's millions of guys out there like that, and it's just, to me, even though I totally get it's healthy, totally healthy for you to be on your own and be happy, single, on your own. That's fantastic, because the best relationships are two very independent people who come together and stay together because they want to, not because they have a need to be in a relationship. So I admire you for that. That's wonderful.
Yes.
But when I see a goddess like you that's single because of probably past abuse or men who's treated you bad, it makes my heart hurt, because you oh my gosh, there's just so much
You're a big
love.
shiny sweetheart.
my that's why I went into coaching, and most of it's women for relationships, because I call all women goddesses and stuff, like, because I truly believe that. And as you might understand, part of the reason I'm not in a relationship is because it takes a woman who would understand that it doesn't mean that I'm in love with all these women. I just admire and see their soul for who they are. And it doesn't mean that my goddess doesn't get intimacy that the others don't get. My goddess is a special goddess.
Right.
So, but so far, which is
it.
part of the reason why I'm single. Yeah, some women don't get in a relationship with me because they think I'm a playboy. You call every woman a goddess. You tell every woman how incredible they are. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because they are. Oh my God, the world is so wonderful because of you women. And when I see an independent, feisty woman like you who's overcome so much, it's so amazing. I just love you for that. I love you for that. And that's why I'm so excited to have you on, because I love the feistiness you have.
Men like you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but just be open. There's men like me, your age, men like me who understand and get it, and you would be a good match. And there's a man out there that needs someone like you, that needs a goddess in their life. So,
We'll see.
I hope you
See.
someday
If
get
you
over
can
the
get
man hater
past,
thing.
My layers. If you can
Right.
get past my layers and my traps and all that stuff, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I've probably already
Yes,
fuck off
yes.
times.
Yes. Yep. And guys, that's what you got to do with Heather. You just got to love her for who she is and give her the space to be who she is. You do that, you'll start getting through to her. That's just a little tip from me.
Yeah, there's no changing me at this point. You're stuck with this.
You're exactly. And it should be. That's the way it should be. The number one thing that people want in relationships is to be able to be themselves around their partner, be who they are. And that is the number one
I'm
thing.
never going to be anything else.
Right. That's the number one thing.
You got to own and embrace who you are and just live
Right.
the shit out of that.
And your partner,
If it
the
works
perfect
with
partner.
If it works with somebody, great. If it doesn't, okay, then that person
Exactly,
works for you.
exactly.
And you just
That's what I say. One of the number one gifts that a partner gives another partner is to allow them to be who they are, to give them the safe space to be who they are. Say, you know what, even if there's something
100%.
that I disagree with, even something I don't like, even if something that kind of bothers me about you, that you do this, you know what? It's your life, the most precious thing you have. It's your experience you're choosing to have. I have no right to tell you that you have to live your life differently. So you go and be you.
It's like
and
I
be
didn't
you.
just barge in your life to, twist it all up and make it work for me. That's not how it works.
Right. There's so many men. It's like the jealousy is a number one thing. A little bit of jealousy is attractive to me. Like it tells me. I said jealousy.
Okay.
When we talk about jealousy.
I thought you said pussy. Okay.
No.
Jealousy.
No, we talked about pussy earlier.
I was like, are we going back to the bring back
Full
the bush
circle.
comment? Like,
Yeah, that would be kind of out of context. But anyways, no, I was talking about jealousy. How
Jealousy.
I
That's annoying.
love a little bit of jealousy, enough that says I don't want to lose you, just a tiny bit. But it's when it goes overboard that when I do the coaching for relationships and stuff, a lot of times I have to deal with men who want to threaten guys that are friends with their partner. And
yeah,
that doesn't work. I mean, that doesn't work because, and this is what I try to get them to think and to change their mindset. It's like, instead of worrying about chasing off your competition, just be the best man for your partner. That's all you have to do.
right.
Be the best man. And if there's a soul connection, a friend's connection between you and your partner, or then your partner and this person, you let them have it. That's the space that you can offer her to live her life and to have in her life who she thinks is a soul connection, and she'll love you for that. She'll love you for that if you give her that space. So yeah, we have
sorry, I'm sorry. My eyes start to gaze over the mushy stuff. I don't know. After a while of too much sweet mushy stuff, I just kind of like, so I'm not trying to be rude. I was just going over my head a little. Hi, Andrew.
Okay.
Too much
All right,
mushy and sweet, and I'm just like, ugh.
You know what? I like to talk to you sometime off later about that. So, because like I said, I am a relationship coach and stuff like that. So. Here's
That's
yes.
Anna. She's
your what?
amazing. Me and her, she's a single mom. Our kids have known each other since they were babies. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's crazy as hell.
That's awesome.
She's drunk. Crazy as hell, but in a fun way.
Beautiful, crazy. So, anyways, you're an inspiration to those that are abused and everything, and it's great that you overcome it and that you've went
I don't
and
feel
learned
like
self-defense.
I'm an inspiration.
Well, you
It's
don't
so
have to
weird
feel
hear
like
that.
it. Here's the thing, too. What I noticed is when I was in a band, we played this song that I absolutely despised. I hated this song. I wrote it and I hated it. I didn't want to do it. And we have another caller. We'll get to you in a second, caller. So I think it's Charlie. Is it Charlie? Is that who it was?
Charlie.
Yes, it is.
Charlie.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I didn't have it in lecture mode.
All participants are
I was
muted.
wondering how people came in and weren't muted. Okay, I'm going to unmute you since you were already unmuted, Charlie. No, I just unmuted her again. But I was wondering why when people come in, they're
why you
supposed to
gotta
be
mute
unmuted.
me?
No, you're okay. You're on air now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're about to get in trouble by her.
All right, what was that thought? Let me finish this thought. Let me finish this thought about you.
Finish the thought.
Not being an inspiration. I hated this song that we did. Absolutely despised it. And when we got done with a couple shows, people would come up and say, "Oh, that one song, I love that song." And we're like, "What? This song sucks." But they loved it. And so at that point, I learned not to be the ultimate judge of what I put out. Okay? Let other people decide whether they love what you do or not. And because when we judge ourselves, we'll withhold our gifts from people And we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. Just because we wouldn't like it doesn't mean others will. So, hey, Charlie, how are you doing? Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, no problem. I'm doing good. How are you?
On you.
Doing fantastical. Yeah, she won't be mad at me. No, I was just saying, I usually have in lecture mode, so when callers come in, they're automatically muted. And that was the second caller, they weren't. So I was wondering why. But that's okay. All right, so Charlie, so what's your comments or question for Heather? Do you have any stories about her?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Stories are endless. Stories are absolutely endless.
Well, we'd like to know. That's why we're on here. We like to know about her.
This is
Like, what kind of stories do you want to know? I mean, back before she was popular, or
Doesn't
like
matter.
an adult, or do you
give
want
us a
like
great,
when she's just straight nerd?
Give us a great story about Heather that you like to tell.
Well, it's maybe not like a story, but one of my favorite things is when she moved back to Oregon for a little bit. No. When she moved back to Oregon a little bit in the middle of the night, she kept always wanting me to take her to get food, always, because she got off work later than I did, because I worked a day job and she worked at a bar serving. So she'd always want food, and just randomly one night as she's eating a burger, she sees somebody out on their bike, and she's like, "Midnight Macers!" out the window for no reason. So now we just became the Midnight Macers, and we just scream at random people driving down the road in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think there was maybe a little bit of burst of caffeine in that meal, like maybe my soda or something. But
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, that was.
You guys are
We've
awesome.
got memories.
Yeah, she likes to do
Charlie and I
random
go
stuff
back
like
to
that.
since I was 16.
That's great. I love sense of humor like that too. I also love her sarcasm.
Yeah.
Her sarcasm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in a sarcasm
well, with
war
me,
with her.
that just comes naturally. You wouldn't win.
No, I probably look. No man would win against a goddess that is sarcastic. No man will win that war. There's no way.
Exactly. Queens always rule.
Absolutely. So I know better than to start that war. So
yeah, basically.
So how did you guys meet? You and Heather.
We met at a pool hall back in Oregon, in Portland. It was just called Q's Billiards, where they had probably like 40 tables, and all of us teenagers were hanging out, learning how to play pool really good. And her and I just instantly clicked, and we just kind of became best friends since then.
You know, women can do that easier than guys. That's so amazing. I've witnessed that happen so often. We're two women, total strangers.
Process.
Yeah.
Since I was, well, we were young.
Well, I mean, we had our bumps and ups and downs. We fought a lot.
Yeah, we butt heads a lot.
But then we grew up,
and yeah.
Well, that's what makes relationships. That's what makes relationships successful. It's not that you don't fight. It's not that you don't disagree. It's that you work it out.
Right. That
you see the value in the relationship. And
exactly, and we always do. I think the longest we went without talking was maybe 3 years. But then we were both like, "What are we doing? We're stupid." And
that was one time.
We did.
Wow.
And it was easier because she was down here and I was up there.
Okay.
And so it was just easier because we didn't run into each other or nothing. And then she and then she reached out to me. And then ever since then, it was like, we just kept talking and it was downhill.
So there. Who was the bullheaded one between you two? Who would you say was the bullheaded one?
Both.
Her.
Both. Hey.
She says both. I'm going to get you guys not talking to each other for 3 years again.
Yeah, I guess I am pretty stubborn too. No, we won't do that.
Time ago, and her, I think we were like 19, 20, 21, somewhere around there. But since then,
yeah, when it happened, because we started talking again when I was 23 or 4.
Yes, awesome. And our bond is there's nothing like it.
You guys are soulmates.
So much. Hi, Terry.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sorry. Charlie, Terry came across the screen making a comment, so I was just doing a little response to that. But no,
You're
Charlie
fine.
and I, we're bonded. Nothing is gonna change that ever. Ever, ever, ever. No, we had our spiffs when we were younger, but now we're just complete dorks. It's like our way of fighting is just like, shut up, bitch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Now, are you guys in the same town now, or not?
She's visiting.
Oh, I'm in her garage right now.
Oh, you're in her garage right now. Okay.
Garage.
Okay,
She's
Heather.
in her room. I'm in the garage.
Heather, let Charlie out of the garage. All right, that's not cool.
Well, she wasn't the best girl today.
I can't be in the room.
Maybe I'll throw her a cookie.
I know she can't be.
I was in trouble
because of the feedback. So that's why she went out of the room.
She was a naughty girl.
Yeah.
Naughty girl. Oh boy,
Yeah,
this is what you're going to invoke my Howard Stern
over here.
host here by talking about naughty girls. What makes her naughty?
Did you?
Oh, my brain is dirtier than a white horse jumping in mud.
You just snorted?
Yeah.
Did you snort when you?
Snorters.
You both snort when you laugh?
But we snort when
Sometimes,
we
yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That would be interesting.
Yep.
So
yeah, when it's hard enough.
So now, have you ever had two guys approach you and you start talking, hitting it off, and you both laugh and snort, and they're like, "Okay, we'll see you."
No.
People don't really approach it. I think I put out that vibe of
You do.
come near her.
I have to say that. I'm not intimidated, but yeah, I understand that. But that's because I went through years of I do relationship coaching and stuff like that, confidence coaching. So,
And you're protected behind a little screen. You're far away from.
Oh, that won't make a difference, girl.
just kidding.
I see you in person. If I'm interested, I come after you.
Or ring it, Baldy.
So
Ooh, vicious.
I'd even take some shots. I'd even take some shots and show you that I can take some shots. So, anyways,
I do too if they're rum.
Like.
Well, do you see what I don't know if you watched the show at the beginning. I got Long Island iced tea. Look at this. It's halfway gone now. I got a tall Long Island iced tea that I made myself.
You made a big boy drink.
What are you talking about? It's 5 liquors.
Lucky you.
Biate, 5 liquors.
That's a lot
I
of
said
alcohol.
big boy.
Oh, you said.
I didn't say
I thought you said. I thought you said. Oh, I thought you said you need a real drink, big boy. I thought that's what you said.
No,
Okay.
she said you made a big boy drink.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
You graduated today.
Yeah, that's what I drink. Although I got to tell you, I do drink the foo drinks. Also the frozen drinks, I love them. But when I sing, I'm a singer, and when I'm out, I usually have about 2 or 3 of these a night. They don't while I'm singing, so it's become my favorite drink.
Nice.
So as long as I don't get,
They
sometimes
gotta make you lose.
sometimes I'm going to drink one. I mean, here's the thing about Long Islands, and if you ever had them, you know this. If you've had many of them, they taste different no matter where any place you go. They taste different. They're never consistent. 5 liquors, nobody can mix them the same. Right.
No.
Oh, you don't drink? Heather doesn't drink?
I barely.
No, she doesn't.
Never,
No, I'm the drinker.
Charlie.
Wow.
Charlie does have a story that when we were a teenager. Do you want to tell him that one?
Yeah. I want to know, too, about why you're not drinking. Okay, that's interesting.
So back when she did, back when she used to drink, like when we were teenagers, she got so drunk one time, she literally was like, I can't feel my face. Whack! And literally slapped me so hard across my face and then said, can you? Yes, I can. I'm not nearly as drunk as you are.
Oh, my God. Is that what made you stop drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I mean,
I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Go ahead.
Yep. Apparently, I thought my face got somehow the wires got twisted. I apologize.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So you couldn't feel your face.
Live that down.
But you slapped her. Okay, that's an awesome story.
Apparently.
So
apparently, I don't recall.
Is that why you stopped drinking? Because you slapped your friend?
No.
What made you stop drinking?
I think I only ever drank like twice. I just don't like it. It's not my thing.
I gotcha.
I don't like
now you've been drunk before though, right? So what kind of drunk?
Apparently, because I don't remember that.
What kind of drunk are you? You got horny drunks, you got funny drunks, you got sleepy drunks. got angry drunks. What kind of drunk are you?
I was a teenager.
She's
when
a
that
fun
happened,
drunk.
Oh, she's a fun drunk.
I
What about you, Charlie?
don't know.
She was a fun drunk, yeah.
You're a fun
She's
drunk
a
too?
fun
It depends on the alcohol.
She's so fun.
Oh, awesome. I'm a sleepy
We were
drunk,
seeing, yeah.
which doesn't work out
Like,
when I
if
got
I
with
could
my
just
last
put a-
girlfriend. She was a horny drunk, so.
If I could put a GoPro on my forehead and like get Charlie drunk, I would follow her around the entire time, and I'd make
Do it.
$1 million. You have no
Let's
idea.
do
It
it.
is the
Let's
best
do
thing in
it.
the world.
And then let's do the show again. Let's share
I
the
don't
video.
drink.
Let's share the video.
She doesn't drink.
The rare times
It
that I
was
do
all-
drink. I don't drink anymore.
Oh, you don't drink anymore either, right? Oh man, what is up with you guys?
Yeah,
I
no,
black
I
out
just
way
did
too
a couple
easily.
times when I was- And mine was just a couple times as a teenager. And so, Charlie, I'm sorry. I thought that was my face because I wouldn't have done that to you. Sorry.
She
No,
thought it was
I
her
don't
face,
care,
Charlie.
but no. I guess my face
Like,
became your face for a minute. Is this face off or
Oh
what?
my god, that's so hilarious.
Yeah,
Somebody-
I was like 16. It was stupid.
Somebody has a question for
apologize.
Charlie.
Sorry about that.
Charlie, when you're alone with Heather, what guy does she talk about? This is Troy Hepp is asking that question to you, Charlie. Who does Heather talk about? What guy?
She doesn't talk about guys.
She doesn't talk about guys. Yeah,
She doesn't talk about guys.
she says she's a man hater. Yep. Sorry, Troy.
No.
Sorry, Troy.
Sorry, she don't talk about no men.
I'm
No
hoping-
men rank up to anything.
I'm hoping she's talking about the big D when this is over, even if it's not about relationships.
The big D.
Oh, we talk about that, but that ain't no particular person.
Well, that's what they call me, right? The big D. I mean, even though that's why I even bought I got another number 833, the big D. So that's why I had to buy that. So.
Well, earlier you were the little dong, so I don't know how you.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the little
graduate
dong.
to big D.
Yeah, no, the little dong. I said, don't worry about the little dong. It's mine. It's all about me. So, and what we're talking about is when you
It
call
was
in.
yeah,
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 when
when
you
you
call
call
in, it goes dong.
I have not seen his dong.
You know, she has not seen my dong, and she won't see my dong unless the 1 in a million chance or whatever. Something weird happens and we hit it off. But yeah, there's no plans for that.
Well,
right
you
now.
know what I do to those pictures I receive. Right?
Oh yeah. I would not show you my dong. My dong would be forever
Yeah, those poor
humiliated.
men.
It would never ever rise to the occasion again. You would just decimate it.
I would dress it up like a little
Basically.
cute bunny rabbit and just let the world.
You know, it
Maybe
reminds
Minnie
me.
Mouse? I don't know.
It reminds me of my friend. Now, you guys. Now, I met a girl that didn't know this. So, see if you guys know this. Speaking of dongs, do you know the difference? There's growers and showers. Do you know the difference?
Oh, I know the difference.
You do.
Yeah.
Heather's looking confused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That
So,
happens a lot.
A grower
Enlighten
is
me.
someone whose pee-pee is tiny, and
Right.
then grows.
Right. And then a
I just
shower.
walked out into the garage, so it's really awkward for me to finish that
Right.
sentence.
So believe it or not, because I ran into a
How she said, pee-pee,
Yeah.
pee-pee.
yes.
What's
Well,
that?
because that's what it looks
That's
like when
perfectly
it's
fine.
yeah. But yeah, so you got growers. Heather, you
No,
look
you're
confused.
fine. You guys are fine. Take your time.
You got growers and showers. You got a
You're fine.
grower might not look too impressive if they just got out of the shower or a cold pool, but once it gets going, that's when you got to judge. That's when you got to see what it does. It could really expand. A shower is swinging and hanging, but he may not get any bigger. Might just get hard. That's it.
A shower is your favorite sweatpants man you like singing, dancing.
Exactly. The Bee Gees, right, with the banana in the pants.
Once. Hold on. You guys continue talking.
Hold on, I'm
Mama-
coming, Heather. I
Mama
hear it.
And my daughter's knocking. You hear? Yeah, she's knocking at my door. I don't want to leave her.
Oh.
There. Hold on, baby.
Yeah, no, I heard it. I'm going to check on her.
Does she need me?
I'm going. It's because mom and dad stepped out.
Do you want me to?
No, she's just looking
Heather,
for someone.
I can carry this until if you want to go check on her.
Hi, baby.
I can remove you and go check on her if you want. So, but anyways,
Hold on, I'm going to mute the phone real quick, guys.
okay. So we're talking about growers and showers. So that's the difference. Believe it or not, I had a girlfriend. Imagine being a grower and you run into
Okay.
and you
Which
get a
is the little
girlfriend.
one, right?
Yeah, it grows.
That's the little one.
It's
Okay.
when it's flaccid, it's small. Okay, but it gets bigger. So imagine
okay,
getting a
okay.
grower. Like you might not be impressed at at flaccid, but then like there it is. Okay, but a shower is always showing. So imagine getting a girlfriend that's been every boyfriend she's had was a shower. So my friend got with a girl, and apparently he was a grower that had never experienced and knew about growers. So she's thinking she didn't know, couldn't believe that. So the ultimate insult, he said he got out of the shower. She walks up and says, "Oh, poor little guy." And oh my God, that's probably about the worst thing you could say to a guy. Poor little guy.
That is awesome. I'm gonna take notes.
Yeah, but when he grew, he slapped her in the face with it. So yeah, who's a poor little guy now? So anyways.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure he did. I'm sure, and she probably didn't take it in her hand. Was like "Rah!" on it.
Oh boy.
Can you do that again, Charlie? Because I want to make that my ringtone. Do it again.
She wants you to make that noise again.
Something like that, right? Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's the sound you make. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. or sometimes when it gets revealed for the first time, you're like this.
Yeah, basically. That's the response.
So,
Yeah.
Heather, you posted that meme the other day. It was brutal, man. It showed a guy like this.
Which one?
It said, these guys like this, like that, and it said, "Don't worry, baby, the big one's hurt." I like your perfect size.
Yep.
The big one's hurt. That's
Yep,
brutal.
Yep, that is that.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Gave me a good chuckle as well. I've actually said that.
They do.
Not gonna
You have
lie.
said that.
That's why I found it so funny. I've said that. That's why I was drawn to that post. I said that to some.
So just to make him feel good, or is it true?
True. I'm just very honest. So
Okay. All right, we're on this subject.
No, I've had it.
Let's go there. We're on the
I've
subject.
experienced it.
What's the good size? What's a good size?
Well, I'm 4'11", so I mean, there's
My boyfriend.
Yes, for her would be her boyfriend. Me, I joke a lot. Why is my face frozen like that?
It's not frozen.
Am I moving it? 'Cause-
Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
You're live.
Okay.
You're good here in the center.
Okay, cool. Because that's a weird decision. Anyways, moving on. For me, 4'11", kind of little, and I joke about bitty bitty bitty, but
Right.
I don't like big. I don't like.
We
huge.
I gotta call you. I'm gonna call you after this. But anyways, hey Charlie. How about you, Charlie?
Hey, Woody.
Okay,
What's
Big
going
D.
on?
All right, Big D.
I don't like entirely big either.
There you go. All right, guys. See, there's hope.
I've actually had somebody who was too big. So
If you're medium or small, okay, there's hope for you. And that's funny because
Okay,
they make the
you
jokes about not being big.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen on my screen.
Really? Yeah. Well, you're flowing just fine. You're looking fine. You're moving. You're fluent. Everything looks good on this end. Wait, I think you just froze. No, now you're good. Oh, you're starting to freeze. You might have to leave and come back. I don't know. We'll see. Well, yeah. That's
I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're freezing some really nice. Oh no, not that way. No, don't freeze like that. She made some sexy faces for a while, and then it got kind of goofy.
Oh, that makes
Kinda got
sense.
kinda
That's
weird.
Heather.
Okay, you're flowing good now. You're flowing good.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
totally
so-
frozen on my side. I can't see nothing. But,
Oh well,
cool,
you're
I can
flowing
hear
good
you.
now. But you're flowing good. So, and let me check the Facebook.
You are
feed
making
real
me
quick.
think I'm on my period.
I'm checking the
The way
Facebook
you
feed,
think
and and you're fine on that too. So don't worry about it. You're good.
Cool.
Okay, so
Because yeah, the frozen.
I'm
I'll
checking
show you
if
right
there's
now, real
bleed
quick.
and-
Frozen
and
position.
you're
I think
fine on
I
that too,
put
so
myself in.
don't worry
I'm
about
doing that
You're good.
type of thing. I was moving, and I have a really stupid look on my face. So it's kind of distracting. Moving on.
You don't have a stupid. You never have a stupid look on your face.
Oh, I'm gonna screenshot this and show it to you. Hold on.
All right, so let me. Oh wait, I left my Venmo up
Screenshot
there.
it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave Venmo up there. I'm gonna put the phone number up there. By the way, the Venmo stuff and all what that's up there for. Look, the Denver show wants to expand. I used to have a studio, used to have a space, so we could have in studio guest. And I'd like Heather. You're on the East Coast, right? You're on the
Yes.
You're on the East Coast, right, Heather? Can you hear me?
No, I'm on the golf.
She is not answering you. So
You're in
I'll
the
say
Gulf?
it.
Okay,
She's-
I'm in Southwest
There
Florida.
you go.
So how far are you from me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I'm in Fort Myers.
Okay.
How far are you from Fort Myers?
Okay. I'm in Parrish, so I'm in between Sarasota and Tampa.
Okay, so you're just north. Okay, gotcha. All right, so
Yeah.
anyways, folks, just to let you know. So the Denver show, I'm looking for sponsors. I'll take sponsors. I'm looking for office space or some type of space to have for the Denver show. Used to be in. Used to have. We got another caller too, so we'll get to you. Did you hear my little dong? So, anyways, we'll have a in studio. Hopefully next time.
Little dong.
And next time we'll have hopefully I'll have Heather in studio. I'm telling you, the show to me, I love having in studio people. We can share drinks, and it's just so much funner. But anyways, looking for
You don't wanna share
sponsors.
drinks with me?
That's why I
Absolutely.
put up my if it's Mountain Dew. That's why I put up my Cash App. That's why I put up my Venmo, just to let you know. And also, you can email Denver to Denver Show if you'd like to sponsor the show. If you got an office space you can offer here in Southwest Florida, where I can set up the Denver Show and leave it set up so that we can do in-studio guests, that'd be nice. So, okay, so much for the commercial. So let's get back to this. So, Heather, we got another caller here. So let's find out. I'm going to put you on mute real quick, Heather. So don't get mad at me. And let's bring in
Me? Okay.
let's bring in French Henry.
Real quick, Heather. So don't get mad at me.
Okay.
And let's bring in
Me? Okay.
let's bring in French Henry. Real quick, Heather.
Hey,
Get mad at me.
hold on a second.
Okay. And let's
Okay,
bring
hold
in,
on a second.
Something weird's happening.
I know it's because he's listening to the show. The caller just called in. French Henry. Henry French is what the caller ID says. Mute your
French.
mute the show and listen to it on the phone, okay? And then I'm gonna unmute you here. So let's see if this works. All right, you there? Hello?
I'm here. Thank
Awesome.
you.
All right. What would you like to say to
Hi,
Heather?
Heather.
Hi, Henry.
I just wanted to tell her that she's amazing. Hi. And I just was curious, so far with all the roles that you've been taking, which one is your favorite?
That's a good question. What's your favorite role? Yeah, we haven't even got to your acting yet, so we're gonna get to that. But so, what's your
No, we
favorite role?
haven't. Well, I'm in the middle of auditioning for what would be my favorite role. Haven't gotten it. I don't know. Finding out. So that would be my ultimate favorite role. I'm new to acting, so I have only done scenes in 2 movies and 1 TV series so far. I have another The First Wives Club season 3. I'm doing some scenes in that Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So I'm booked for about 12 films and some TV shows, and I still have auditions floating around out there that I'm waiting to hear back from. But I have only done scenes in 2 films and 1 series so far. But I want to say that each of the 2 films that I had scenes in that I have done, both of them are amazing because of they're both based off of true stories, and they have stuff that I believe in. One is for suicide awareness for PTSD for police officers, and the other one is for awareness for human trafficking.
Do you hear that, Henry?
Are you guys
Cool. I just want to say I think you have a lot of potential, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of you in other projects. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Henry.
I have 12 things.
Appreciate it.
12 films lined up. But I do have roles, and I have a couple lead roles, so I have more coming, but I can only tell you what I've done so far because I don't know yet what's my favorite because I'm so new.
Well, Heather, we have Troy Hep is asking, what about Versace Mansion?
The Versace Mansion. Okay. Yeah, see, I can't see anything. I'm frozen on the screen here, so I can't see any comments or anything like that. So the Versace Mansion, I was booked through a company to do, it's kind of hard to explain. It was a company that does like almost stock market type stuff, and they wanted to have 2 actors there for background and to take, they could take pictures with, and they could post pictures and tag them, their company, on their social medias and whatnot, and enter for a chance to win some prizes. I actually was supposed to do that. I was all dressed up. I was all ready. I had some car problems and could not make it all the way to Miami. So I ended up just doing a regular photo shoot for that one. So that one, unfortunately, got a little haywire.
Bummer. What about, you mentioned 115 grains also. Somebody's asking about that.
Yes.
Oh, it's Troy. Troy also.
Somebody asking?
Troy is also asking about 115 grains.
My screen is frozen. What is he asking about it?
He's saying, can you talk about 115 grains? He also didn't like our conversation about size, but this is kind of Joe Rogan, Howard Stern cross type show. We go wherever it goes. But anyways, what about 115 grains? Right, same here. It's like we talk about.
I can't really talk about anything that is being filmed. They're not finished with that yet, but they did have an article. I sent it to you. Did you get it? The article that I think it was ABC News posted about it.
Oh yes, I think I got it uploaded too. Let me see if I got it here. Yeah, I didn't know what that was, so yeah, I did see that. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it.
If you can, throw that up on there.
I think I uploaded it.
That gives a good description.
It was about the news. Let me see if I can find that. Let me add it.
My screen is completely frozen.
Oh, bummer. Well, I can tell you what's on there. Or if you want, you can leave and come back in like you did before. So that would help. And I'll look for that article. I think I found it right here. Yeah, there it is. ABC Action News. So I'm uploading it. So Heather left and she's coming back here. So because she was having internet problems. All right, and this is a good chance to talk about the Denver show, what we are. So yeah, this isn't the Denver show isn't. Before we get to that, I'll wait till she comes back to talk about this. Let me take this back off. All right, so the Denver show, it's just a casual conversation, and I go wherever the guests want to go and whatever we want to talk about. It's just like people sitting around having conversations. So yeah, if that made you uncomfortable talking about the sex size and penis size and stuff like that, yeah, that's what this show is about. So it's wherever the guest goes, whatever it is. And Heather, as you know, she's kind of a renegade, and that's how I am too. So it worked out pretty well. So just be aware of that. That's how we go. This isn't like as something's going to be on NBC. This is why it's a podcast. We can talk about anything we want. So Heather's back. Let me add Heather back. How are you doing, Heather?
I'm good. I don't know what keeps happening. Sorry.
All right. Well, that's probably your internet. But I did find the article, and it is right here. It's ABC Action News. The film 115 Grains, shot right here in Tampa Bay, based on a real life story of a police officer suffering from PTSD and the calls throughout his career that have impacted him. So that's what it's about.
That is what it's about.
And that's pretty much all you can say right now about it.
I don't. We're not supposed to say anything until the movie is,
Yeah, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Did you see? So I forget what actress it was on a talk show, and some big famous series, and she goes, "Well, you know, I was surprised. I was surprised when so and so got killed off. I mean, that really bothered me." And she goes,
Oh.
And they go,
"Oh no, no."
It goes, "No,
That's a no.
It's okay. It's okay." Yeah, before it came out, she told what happened. So anyway, so we don't want to subject you to that too. So, so someone else said, "Can you talk about your movies and your new career? And can you tell us about your dream role?" Corey says. Corey asked.
My dream role. Okay, one of them. I am current. I'm still here. Okay.
No, Heather's. Yeah. I mean, Charlie's still here. Charlie's still here.
Oh, Charlie's still here.
I unmuted her. So, but anyways, go ahead. And
I don't know if you wanted me to leave or not.
Oh well, no. Yeah. Hey, you're her best friend. You can hang out with us. All right. So, talk about your dream role.
So I just recently did a submission for it. I'm waiting to hear back, but it's for a female assassin role, and that's perfect for me. I would love to do something like that, or something. I would love to be a villain. I would love to be a villain character. It's got a good side,
Absolutely.
but also a dark side.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
Yeah, that would fit.
Yeah, it does. It fits her perfectly. So, Heather, recently you've been tearing up. You've been getting a lot of roles here, just recently, right?
Yes.
I mean, so have you been going after it more, or have you always been going after it like this, and then all of a sudden everything's fallen in place? What's changed?
What's changed? I modeled from 16 to 25, and I stopped. And then I only recently started modeling again over this last summer to help with finances. And then it was suggested from a few people that maybe I try a little bit of acting because they think I'm funny and blah, blah, blah. So I tried. And so it hasn't been something I've tried my entire life or whatnot. And it's just now happening. I only am just now being like thrown into all of this, and it's happening really, really, really fast. All the roles that I'm getting, it's very new. I'm just kind of winging it the best I can. I have a lot of new people that I've met through a couple of the films that I have done some scenes in. They're absolutely amazing, and I keep in contact with, and they are coaching me along the way on how to, do my auditions, and how, I send them my video, and they'll look over it and they'll be like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." So I'm making a lot of great friends and connections, and these people are amazing that I've worked with so far, and they're kind of taking me under their wing and guiding me, but it hasn't been something I've been working on for a long time. This is all brand new, and I'm booked for scenes and whatnot, and roles. 2 of them are lead roles in 12 upcoming films, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Now, isn't some of those don't you have some HBO films? Or isn't one of them an HBO film or something like that? Or
one of them is HBO Max TV series. I was just on that in one episode. So they finished filming. I can't say anything about that. I signed a waiver. Right. That should be coming out soon. But I got another role. I just heard back in First Wives Club season 3, and that's going to be on BET and Showtime, I believe. I'm doing 2 days so far filming on that, which is next Tuesday and Wednesday. And then they want me to keep an open schedule for them because they may want to continue to use me more. So it's just kind of, I'm going to have to see how that goes type of thing.
Awesome. So you're pretty much just blessed. I mean, that you just started going after this. And now I don't know how old you are. How old are you? How old are you?
I am 35.
35. Wow. I would have guessed, because you were talking about in your 20s, you stopped modeling. I would still guess that you might be in your 20s. That's pretty amazing. You look great.
Oh, you just became my new best friend. Just kidding, Fraley. I love you.
I'm just being honest. Wow, you're a goddess.
Hey, I'm right here.
Charlie, yeah, nobody can replace Charlie.
Just kidding.
Yeah, she's just kidding, Charlie. She lifted me up and then pulled the fucking rug out from under me, so... So that's okay.
You had
She's a magician like that.
What's that? What'd you say, Heather?
Me or her?
Heather?
I said she's a magician like that.
Oh, we just did it again.
All right, Heather, what did you say? I heard Charlie. What did you say?
I said you had a little moment in there before I had to flash it back to my Charlie.
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed it, and I live by the moment, so I'll take out what I can get. So I appreciate that. I'm grateful. Corey also says, "I'd love to see you in a role as like a Poison Ivy, Catwoman, or Herodis in a Batman series, or like a Storm, Jean Grey, or a Mystic in X-Men." That's true.
That would be badass. I love badass, strong characters, people that are, kicking butt and taking names. I love those roles. I love those characters. So I would love, hopefully maybe something comes about that one day. Hopefully this continues on into something bigger. Right now I'm just have a lot going on and I don't know how or why, but hopefully it continues and hopefully someday I can do all that cool stuff.
Wow, it's so amazing. It's great to see you tear it up like that, and it is a blessing. For you just starting out and stuff. You're extremely blessed.
Yeah,
you got to know there's people trying and trying and trying to get roles, and they just don't get it. So that's awesome. So
they're not all big roles. They're not all. Some of it's extra work. Some of it's just a couple scenes. Some of it are lead roles. But it's a mixture of a little bit. I'm taking, anything I can learn right now. So it's a new adventure. It's fun.
Well, yeah, and each role helps you better with your acting. So do you think you could, I was in a role, I was in a short little film where I brought tears, real tears.
Okay.
Do you think you could do that?
Eventually, I can look distressed. I can look upset like I'm in that, but I'm not a big crier. Never have been. I'm a very strong woman.
Right.
So to me that it's something I would have to work on. They also have a lot of stuff that can help you with that. There's some stuff you can put right underneath your eye. It's a little tad bit glossy and it gives you, so no, I can't do that on point right now.
Yeah, mine was organic. I'm very empathic. So I really got into the role. I just lost my best friend. He just got killed.
Right.
And he had a family and everything. I started thinking about that and I had tears coming down. So, people were like, they didn't call for that. They didn't call for that. They just, this passion stuff came up and they said, "You brought tears, dude. How the hell do you do that?" So, is there something that you can't do? Like, a role that you're like, I guess you probably already answered that. A role that's difficult for you is to be a weak type person who's very emotional. Are you saying that's a role for you that doesn't fit you?
I have been a weak person. We all have. Back when I was younger, we grow. I have been a weak person in my past. I can play that role. I know how. I know how to, appear vulnerable and all of that because I've experienced it. Crying is harder. I need the assistance with that. I'm learning, I'm brand new to all of this.
Right.
I'm open to trying any role for the most part. The only thing I think I would say I absolutely could not do. Yes, I want to be a villain in some stuff. I want to be the bad guy. I don't want to have anything to do with hurting children as a character. I can't do that. That I cannot do.
Cool. It's good to see you have some type of limits. I know when I was in one other role where I had to act fearful, and I watched that clip, and I'm it was so bad because I can't produce fear. Like, I'm not a fearful person. I'm in control of my life.
Right.
I'm control, and I cannot even get in that mindset of being fearful. And I had to act fearful. And I was like, watch that clip over again. I'm like, oh, it's so bad because I can't do fearful. I can do empathetic.
I feel like every audition tape I do, I watch it and I cringe. I'm like, that was really, I can't watch myself. But, the people that I do show them to that are, helping me, taking me under their wing a little bit, advising me, giving me help, friends, they're like, okay, well, we've all been there. We all have cringed at our own videos. And sometimes on those ones, we've gotten the role. And I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm like, I'm on a streak right now. I haven't really been turned down yet. I don't know what's happening.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
why it's happening, but
I feel like because you're so
my-
authentically yourself, you're going to have these roles that are really just a perfect match for you.
Well, thank you. I definitely know myself, so I know myself very well. So because of that, I completely just own it, and I don't, Okay, wait, we have a question.
Yeah, Corey said Harley Quinn would be great, but they have picked the right actress for her. Heather. So Harley Quinn would be great.
Oh,
but
they definitely
haven't-
picked the right one
yes,
for her.
right.
Margaret, Charlie, what's her name? Margaret, how do you say it?
Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie.
Yes, no. They have the perfect person for her. Heather, I would say, would
Say no to porn.
What did
She
that
knows my humor, like hers now. LOL. He goes, sorry, my bad. So, yeah, and we talked about that too, because I talked to you about, not porn, but I talked to you about, I think you'd be extremely successful in OnlyFans, but you have an opinion about that too. You said that's not something that's interesting.
I have nothing against OnlyFans, nothing against anybody who does use it. I know that there are many people that use it for their baking business, showing like their recipes, or some people
Right.
like psychic card reading. People use it for all kinds of stuff, not just like look at my asshole.
Exactly.
So-
It doesn't have to be porn. OnlyFans isn't just about porn. Yeah.
I have nothing against it. I just feel that from what I've seen on, newsfeed, Facebook, whatnot, it has the reputation of being, look at my booty hole.
Right.
It isn't.
Yeah, I
there are
understand that.
other things they do on there.
Right, because I even suggested
But
that you'd be successful, but not showing your booty hole.
Right.
I suggested that you'd be
Exactly.
successful by actually connecting and doing what we're doing now, actually talking to your fans, and I think people would pay
Right.
for that.
And well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
I want to talk to them for free. If they care about what I'm doing and they care about me, and I'm just Heather. So if I have people like that have questions or want to talk to me, just talk to me. I don't want them to pay for it,
Yeah,
And I don't want anybody to think that they're going to see my booty hole. That's not going to happen.
right. Not going to happen, and I respect you for that. Well, I don't judge anybody. If somebody makes money off their booty hole, good for them. But
By all means, do it.
right. Corey says, I think some are just trying to make money for nothing, really. But yeah, but I don't judge at all. Like I even prostitution, porn, all that stuff. To me, I think people should have a right to do what they want. And I've never really understood like even prostitution. Like it's funny how you can hook up for somebody for free, but if somebody says, "Hey, I want to help you out," and you took care of me, here's some money, all of a sudden it's illegal. Or you look at the porn industry where if you film it and produce it and sell it, it's legal, but if you pay
Right.
for prostitution, it's not. That blows my mind. I just don't understand the concept behind that. I think people are free to do what they want.
Probably has to do with the safety measures behind it. Like, with filming it, they make sure there's people of age, there's an atmosphere.
But Las Vegas proves they do that with prostitutes. They do the same thing.
That's true. But also
So
those
it can be done.
places, I got a knock on the door. Hold on.
Yeah, you're also.
Hold on, I'm coming.
You're also frozen, so. Maybe you should come back in. So, anyways, Charlie, how are you doing?
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in,
I'm
Charlie.
doing good. I'm thinking I'm going to get off the phone so I can
Okay.
take care of the little one so she
Okay.
stops bugging mom.
My
All right. So, but
Heather, I think I'm going to go so I can take care of her so she stops bugging.
what a great friend.
my daughter.
Okay, love you
my
guys.
Daughter
Bye.
just brought
I see
me
ya.
this for good luck. It's a little skateboard.
Oh, that's so sweet. How old's your daughter? She's like 6 or something, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But you're starting to mess up again, so you might have to reboot.
You froze for a minute. So she brought this to my door.
How old is your daughter? Oh, you completely cut out now. Yeah. So she's having internet problems. So while we're doing that, while she's going to get reconnected here, I wanted to bring up again, looking for sponsors. If you're in Southwest Florida and you have a place where the Denver show can broadcast, where we have in studio. If you look at some of the older stuff, actually that's something too. You could go to the Facebook the Denver show, and like it and follow it, and then go to YouTube and search the Denver show and make sure you put that you're looking for a channel, and then like and follow that, because it would greatly help me out. I got a whole bunch of actors coming up. I got Miss Florida coming up, she's also Miss Great Britain International. I have a Maxim magazine model and producer and actress coming up. I have an award-winning actor coming up, and also I do have an OnlyFans woman coming up that has a very unique product that she does on OnlyFans. So all that's coming up. So if you want to help support the Denver show, it costs money monthly for the software and all this stuff. There's Cash App, and then there's also Venmo. So that's why I put that up there. And it looks like Heather's back, so let's bring her back in. There she is. Hey, Heather.
Hi, I'm sorry. I
That's
bumped
okay.
it that time when I jumped up to check on my daughter, but mom first. So
Yes, that's awesome. So yeah, I did ask you, how old is your daughter?
she's 6. She's
So
6.
that's what I thought. 6 years old. Awesome, man. That's so awesome.
She's absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Well, I imagine.
Do you have any kids?
I have 3 kids.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, 3 children. I have
Wow.
2 boys and a
Well,
girl. 30, I think 31, 29, and 28. My daughter, she's my sunshine.
Oh.
So, and they're
Any
spread out.
grandbabies yet?
No, unfortunately, no. Although I do have a story to tell about that real quick. One of my sons, I guess I guess I do have one. But he posted a picture of this.
How do you guess?
Okay, I'll tell you. He posted on Facebook a picture of this adorable little girl. He said, "Finally got to meet my daughter." I was like, "Your daughter? What?" That's why I posted. And he goes, "Surprise." This is how I found out I had a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Turns out that he got with a girl, she got pregnant, and I am proud of them that they decided to have the baby and put it up for adoption right away. And they did that. She has a great home. She's beautiful, and he did get to visit her. So, but yeah, my heart kind of like, I got a granddaughter out there. My dream to have a granddaughter, and I don't know her. I don't have any access to her or anything. So, but yeah, I'm hoping.
Hopefully
So,
soon, right?
yeah.
Hopefully soon.
So, but anyways, yeah. So, getting back to your acting, so people just suggested, you didn't even know if you could act. People just suggested that you try out for these parts.
Yes.
And now, did you know what you're
Some
doing when you're
friends.
trying out for the parts? You're making your. Did you get a headshot? Did you get a headshot?
No.
So
I
you're
just,
getting these
for
parts
my
without
modeling-
headshots. Oh, they're using
Just
the
my modeling pictures.
Yeah, that would help. Absolutely.
Modeling pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to apply
Yeah.
for stuff, and they're like, "You got to go get a headshot." Okay.
So I have the modeling background. So, I'm used to being in front of a camera. There's just a huge difference with modeling. I know how to work the camera a lot better. You look into it a lot and you do the side stuff and et cetera, et cetera. Acting, the big no-no to look into the camera. You always have to, you have to look slightly beside it or whatever you're supposed to be doing. So
Right.
I'm learning a lot. We'll just put it that way. So I was just winging it, but I'm making friends along the way through the jobs I am getting. Thankfully, I don't know how I'm getting them, but I am. And the people that I am meeting are giving me very good advice, and I'm very grateful for them because I'm a sponge. Give me everything. I'm driven. Like, I want to be able to be good at what I want to do. I try to be good at everything I put any of my effort into, or else why do it? So I'm up for any advice, any suggestions, anything that can, make me do better. And I'm actually more comfortable with non-speaking roles. I feel like I'm better at non-speaking roles, like just an extra or in the background doing something, or an important scene and the camera's on you. The lines and stuff are a little intimidating, and I've got a lot of good new people that I've been meeting that are great support system that are giving me some extra courage about that. And so for the lead roles that I do have coming up, I feel like I'm actually gonna maybe do okay with.
That's awesome. And the only thing I hope you watch out for, and I know you're a smart woman, and you will, and you're very bold and can stand up for yourself. But of course, watch out for the wolves. Watch out for the people who take advantage of you. Watch out for the people, for the Harvey Weinsteins out there, and stuff like that.
They need to watch out for me. They need to watch out for me, because
that's why I love you. That's why I love you. I know you from watching your Facebook page. I know this woman. I know her heart. I know her soul. She's fantastic. Yeah. You are a fire goddess. You're amazing. I just love you. And that's why I'm so excited about this interview. So, yes. So just be safe. Watch out for the wolves. And, put them in their place.
100%.
Yeah. And
safe,
don't compromise your principles.
I've gotten a couple of iffy, offers. And like I said, those ones need to watch out for me, because I will tell them exactly what they're doing. Not only that, but I will, post it on my wall of shame and whatnot, and other people will know, because I'm not going to let people I care about get taken advantage of or scammed or any of that stuff.
Right.
I won't tolerate it. So,
this brings up a subject, because earlier we were talking about how we have to look at ourselves when we're being abused and stuff like that, and look at our roles in it, and how that's, some people look at it as victim blaming, but it's not. So given that, so the story about Harvey Weinstein, right? And all of a sudden all these actresses come forward saying that he indecently proposed, and some of them went for it. And some of these actresses are successful. So what do you think? What's your opinion in that? Because this is what I say. I don't victim blame. However, if there are women out there, if there's no women out there willing to put up with that shit and to take up those indecent proposals, that guy doesn't exist. Right. So here's these women, again, not victim blaming, but they all come forward, and some of them are successful because of what they did. Okay. And he's the only dirtbag. And it's like, you accepted his offer and it got you somewhere. So how do you feel about that? I mean, what's it, do they have any responsibility in creating Harvey Weinstein?
I don't believe that I know enough about it to speak on it, because I do avoid, news and negative stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't think I know about it to have an opinion. I want to say that if somebody is going to be accused, there does need to be, a lot of evidence. It needs to be a lot of people. It needs to be real, because there's so many times that men, or, sometimes women too, but mostly men, are accused of something that they absolutely did not do, just because it's easy for a female to say that they did something. A lot of people do that. I've heard, guy friends in relationships, like their exes have threatened them. Oh, if you leave me, I'm going to say you did this to me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
It's horrible.
Especially I don't know much involved.
About it. Yes, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I do think that the people that take advantage of using that when it's not something that actually happened to them are complete pieces of shit. Because that's not, there are people that has happened to that live that daily, So it's not a joke to, play around with, or to threaten somebody with, or use against them just because you're, wanting to stay in a relationship. But I don't know enough about what the
let me give you this scenario. Let me give you a hypothetical. Okay. Okay, how would you feel in
Okay.
this situation? Let's say I have a big movie. I'm a big producer, and you met me.
Okay.
I give you an
Okay.
indecent proposal. Okay, you do this to
Okay.
me. I'll give you a lead role in this giant movie. You say, damn, I really want this role. He's not that bad looking guy.
I'd say eat a
Well,
dick.
right, I know you would, but I'm just giving you this hypothetical. So you think about this role, you want it real bad,
Okay.
and you think, okay, I could do this. He's not that bad. All right, so you do it, right? You get the role, you become a big star. Then it comes out that I'm the dirtbag I am. It gets exposed. Some other women come forward and say that. How do you feel if you were in that situation? Like I said, I don't exist. The dirtbag don't exist without you saying,
Right.
okay, I'll do this so I can have my role. You became successful because you did it. I was a dirtbag, made it indecent, but then again, you accepted the indecent proposal and
Right.
got what you wanted.
Well,
So how much
then
to
there's
blame are you?
responsibility. There's responsibility and accountability on each behalf. As far as I'm concerned, yes,
I agree.
you know, the proposal was 100% disgusting, not okay, but that person didn't have to accept. That was a
I
choice
agree.
they made on their own. So I believe that is equally at fault.
Right. I know when everyone talked about this, they always talked about Harvey Weinstein, and he is a dirtbag. There's no doubt. I'm not defending him at all. But I'm just saying he doesn't exist without all those women saying, okay, I'll have sex with you for this role. And
Right.
many of those women went on and became successful because they made that decision. And now all of a sudden they're 100% the victim. And I just don't agree with that because nobody's asked them.
I don't agree with that.
Nobody's looked at what their part was in creating the Harvey Weinstein.
You have to take responsibility for your own actions. You have choices.
Right. Yep. So Corey also says, Heather, do you like pro wrestling at all? Because I strongly considering it, but it's independent leagues where you start out from scratch. So you don't. So do you think I should? I'm big and tall, 6'9", and need defense to get back into shape, whatever. So Corey's asking your opinion about whether he should go into pro wrestling.
Do
you know Corey personally?
By all means, if you want. I've never met him. He's a Facebook friend.
Oh, okay.
He's commented. He's very sweet on his comments are very sweet, very supportive. Never met him. But I would say to Corey as well to anybody else, I don't care how old you are, how much you weigh, how big you are, how little you are. If you want to do something, you fucking do it.
That's the same thing.
End of story.
You
Get
follow
it
your
done.
heart. Follow your heart, Corey. Whatever you want.
Yes.
If that's where your heart is, that what your desire is. I started singing recently.
Corey,
I'm
do it.
58 years old and started singing, and now I'm booked and my schedule's full and everything, and I'm making good money and I'm doing what I love. And
Congratulations.
so, yeah, I don't know if you see. That's another site you guys can check out. Denver Sings. If you look up Denver Sings one word on Facebook, you'll find me. But anyways, so Troy also says, and don't forget about us common folk. And I said that to you too. Don't get so big and forget about us. I don't think you're that type.
And my response to that and the comments of, don't forget us little people. None of you are common folk or little people. You're all amazing. You're all human beings. And I'm not going to forget about anybody who's ever believed in me. I mean, and I'm probably never even going to go anywhere with this. This could just be a small chapter of my life. You don't know. But if that ever happens, there are no little people and there's no common folk. Anybody who has ever supported or believed in me, I thank you with all my heart. And you are huge to me, not little.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Corey said, with your background, you could be my manager too. And so it's true because you are that type of person. I could see you managing someone. Oh, and thank you, Corey, for congratulating me. I could see you being a manager and standing up for talent and stuff. That'd be awesome.
I think he's saying that because I don't have an agent. I don't have an agency. I do this all, find them all on my own. So I think that's why he mentioned that.
Yeah. And Michael Cook says, I love seeing what you've accomplished. how far do you plan on taking the acting career? How far do you want to go? Do you want to be on a big screen?
I plan on taking it as far as it will take me. You know,
Yeah, okay, it's the same thing. I just put comment. It back up there.
Okay. You know, once I make my mind up to do, wow, that was a weird voice change. Once I make my mind up, you hear that?
Yeah.
When I make my mind up to do something, I'm determined. I'm devoted. I fight, and I work really, really, really hard. And all I know is being a fighter at this point in life, not, you know, like beating people up. I mean, inside fighting, you know, for anything. So if I want something, I'm going to fight for it. And I want this right now. So I'm going to fight as hard as I can for it. I'm going to see as far as I can go with it. And if it goes somewhere, awesome. If it doesn't, then I had a lot of fun and a lot of really good experiences. And I've met a lot of really good people.
Would you say that circles back? Would you say that circles back to your abuse and then going into martial arts to defend yourself and all that stuff, and that's what made you confident to go after what you want?
Yeah, you know,
transmuted.
I grew up really shy. Yeah. What? I muted?
Is it transmuted? Is that what it is, or is it transcended, or what's it mean when you transmute?
I thought you said
no, you took this pain and you took this negative and you turn it into something amazing.
You have to. You know, we all are dealt cards, and everybody goes through trial and error and hard things in life. I'm not the only one who's got, you know, I may have experienced what I went through. Someone else, you know, may have experienced other things. There's a lot of horrible things in life. I've experienced a lot of them, you know, my grandmother being murdered, my sister dying of cancer, you know, rape, being abused. I've experienced a big list, a big, you know, chunk of the list of what there is to go through, but everybody goes through something. It doesn't matter how much or how little. We all have those experiences. We all have, you know, been treated like crap or had a challenge in life that we've had to overcome. And that does make you stronger. That does build you up. So absolutely take what the cards were dealt to you in life and be like, no, I'm not going to, you know, let this push me into a black hole. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I'm going to take it. I'm going to use it as my own personal power. And I'm going to fucking kick ass. And I'm going to do whatever the hell I, you know, want, whatever burns inside my heart, whatever my fire is that I want to do. I'm going to take all of those things that were ever done to me without my permission or I feel was unfair that had happened in my life. And I'm not going to, you know, hide under a blanket or bury my head. I'm going to hold it in and I'm going to turn it into power to better myself, because we all have choices, and you can go feel sorry for me route, or you can go, I'm going to fucking kick ass. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use what was done to me. I'm not going to have it take from me. I'm going to take from it. So that's how I feel about that.
You're awesome. And that's why Corey loves you. That's why I love you. That's why a lot of people love you. Like I said, whether you know or not, it's the inspiration that you are an overcomer, and everybody wants to see themselves in you and do the same thing. So
they absolutely can do it. 100%.
You're amazing. You're wonderful. And you're doing all this while you're being a mother. So that's pretty amazing. So,
yes.
And hopefully, like I said, I still have hopes for you someday. I know it doesn't matter to you, which is what makes you so amazing. And it's so awesome that you're very independent and everything. But man, I hope someday your knight rides in, man, and you got that thing where you because there's some knight out there that needs you, and or not needs you, but can benefit from the powerful goddess you are.
I think it would kind of have to go down more like me being the knight running in to save them.
So I understand. You're kind of you kind of go in your masculine energy. You stay a lot in your masculine energy. Yeah. But see, that's what I help women with. I have a program that says
Sorry,
awaken the. What's that? Oh, Michael.
I
wishes
was
wisdom.
just thinking. Yes.
Yeah. So you have you're more in your masculine energy. I have what I work with in women is awakening the goddess, seeing women like there's nothing wrong. You could live your whole life like that, and that's fine. But there's such a benefit. The just your essence is the goddess, the nurturer, the lover, and when you stay more masculine and less in your feminine energy, in my belief, I think if you can learn to be in your essence of feminine, because the thing that separates the men and women, I think men they're mostly in their masculine. Everybody has masculine, feminine energy, and men are mostly masculine, 60%, 70% masculine, but they have to go feminine. There's times for feminine energy in men, and it's the same with women. And I see this abuse, while it's so amazing and it's helped you so much, I also see that it's kind of moved you over into the masculine side more than the feminine side with your energy. Yeah. So I'm just saying,
because nobody saved me, came running in to save me on a white horse.
exactly.
I saved myself.
And that makes me so sad, because when I see women like you all the time, that's the first thing I hear. I had to go masculine because there was no man that could do what I needed done. And that's sad. So it's a failure of men. Yes.
I have a question for you then, because the way I kind of feel about it, being, how I am me, I'm an alpha independent female. I feel like, and I'm going to ask you if you agree or disagree, I feel like my match would have to be also a very, very alpha male, but a respectful one. Like we have that respect level. He's not trying to out alpha me, and I'm not trying to out alpha him. But because I do need someone who's going to be the man, and I can be the woman a little bit, I'm gonna need like that alpha male.
Absolutely,
but a good one.
You nailed it. Absolutely. When a man like that comes in your life and steps in, and when you feel the confidence that he's got the masculine part of your relationship, he's got it under control, then you will slowly release and go back into your beautiful feminine energy and feel safe. He has to provide a space for you to feel safe, to not always be in control. And right now, that's where you're at. You're always in control. And I love that about you. I love you overcome.
It's going to be hard to let anybody else be in control. I'm not going to lie.
I understand that. Yeah, it is work. I work with women like that. And yeah, it's tough. It's a challenge. And I understand it. I understand how hard it is. But man, I'll tell you, especially when it melts my heart to see a woman to be able to let go and to go into that feminine energy, because I believe biologically that's what you want to do. But up here and through your experiences, you draw on a line. You say, I'm not gonna go back into that energy. I'm not gonna go back to where I'm not in control. Yeah. But it's gonna take the right man to do that.
And you also build a lot of respect and boundaries for yourself. And it's not easy in 2022 at this point to date, when you're looking for something more long-term or real. It's not easy when you have those boundaries and you have morals and you have something, that you actually want. You don't want a Tinder one night stand, it's not, the pickings aren't easy at 35. And
oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm 58. It's even less. Right.
With how people date nowadays.
Yes. And my last girlfriend, she had walls up. And this is what I'm usually pretty good at, is getting through the walls. That's why I have a lot. If you look at my Facebook, it's just unbelievable. I have like 85% women are my friends versus guys. Right. And some women interpret that as me being a player, but it's not. That's who I connect with. But my last girlfriend had these walls up, and I got through because I totally got it. I got her. They told me I made her cry in a good way, out of love, out of and they were blown away. Because she didn't even cry when her mom died. She was so walled up. She could not have that empathy feeling and sympathy feeling. And she's so walled up. And I saw that. Right. And I wrote her a song. And that's what I said to her. One of the lines that made her cry, I wrote, I see the walls you built for safety. Walls you built for safety? I hear your heart crying out for liberty. You want to dance your way to the moon. I hope you still choose me when I do, or when you do. Even if not, I'll always love you. And wow, I couldn't believe it either, because I was singing that to her, and yeah, and the tears were flowing, and I'm like,
serenaded her.
wow, yeah. So I got through, and then she did move on to another relationship, which was difficult for me, but being I wanted to experience unconditional love, I loved her anyways. I love her. I hope her relationship works out, because I love her that much. I want her to have what she wants. And she went on a relationship. Sure, it was painful, but it's so beautiful to see that it's kind of a dual thing, where she's now softened up in her other relationship because of me. I helped break through that wall and make her, and let her have that vulnerability. And so, of course,
does that make you feel like a stepping stone at all?
Yeah. Well, I even wrote yes, but that's okay. I even have a meme, a beautiful meme. I took a picture of her on a beach, and people said it should be an album cover or a book cover, where she was shining a flashlight. It was from behind at the beach at night, shining a flashlight, just her silhouette and the light on the beach. And then I created this floating heart with little hearts coming off, and it said, the hard reality is sometimes we're a loved one's stepping stone, not their destination. Or sometimes we're someone's path, stepping stone, or something like that. I have to see what it was, but not their destination.
No, I get it.
And
that's
even
what
though
I've usually always been.
Yes, and that's the difficult part. But when you learn to love unconditionally, when you learn to love expecting nothing in return, and you can see that you helped the person that you love so much have a better life, that's when there's a breakthrough. That's when it's better. So yes, the ego says,
sense.
why can't you do what you're doing for him now? Why couldn't you do it for me? I'm the one who helped you see these things. But it wasn't, she didn't act on these things until she got back. It was an ex that she's been with 17 years off and on. So it never really was over. But now she's treating everything differently. And I can at least be happy that I love her so much that I help soften her up. I help open her heart up, and I helped her to be vulnerable again, and to go in that relationship and understand the masculine, feminine energy. And so, yeah, the ego hurts, but
you're a good person and a big person for that, because I would have probably not been so nice about it.
Well, most people don't. But here's the irony: is I believe that our souls bring us what we are desiring to experience. So this goes back to the song. I was singing that song, right? I was saying this or that. I hope you still, when you dance your moon, I hope I'll always love you, blah, blah, blah. When I sang that song, a couple times when I sang that song, my soul said to me, hey, Denver, do you mean that? What? Do you mean you still love her if she chooses somebody else? Yeah, I love her that much. Really? And then I was like, right away, I was like, uh-oh, I know where this is going. And sure enough, she went back to him. And it didn't go well. 3 months, I did not show that love. I was very angry. I cut her off. I felt betrayed. But then I started realizing anger. It was ego. And my soul kept saying to me, Denver, didn't you want to experience unconditional love? Because to experience unconditional love, you have to get in a situation where there's no conditions and you love them anyway. Right. And the best condition is when someone does something that hurts you. That's the best way for you to experience unconditional love. Isn't that what you wanted to? Do you really want to be unconditional love? And I had that question sent to me all the time. I had my little conversation with God, universe, my soul, whatever you call it. And I finally one day said, yes, that's what I want. I want to love unconditionally. And there is my opportunity. My girl I love so much ran off to her other guy. Okay. I'm going to love her.
Maybe learning how to do that. Learning to do that because you wanted that, hopefully will open up the door for it to come back to you in life.
Well, oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It's planned. It's set me up for my next relationship. And I've dated since then. I've dated one girl I was going to date everything started going well. Everything's going all right. She was a porn star. Okay. And this is what she sprung it on me. Okay. Well, this isn't something I want for a relationship, right? But what I did was it kept coming back to me again. This is her soul. This is her path. This is what she wants to do.
Right.
Can you accept this? So here's the difference. There's a difference between accepting something and saying, I'm going to have this. Did I accept it? Yes.
Right.
I did not judge her. So fine, that's one. All I had to do is decide, do I want to be in a relationship with somebody who's a porn star? No,
Right.
I don't. But
I get it.
you can. I'm not judging you. You can do it, and good for you. And so I got out of that relationship. But so, and that's the difference between unconditional love. A lot of people think that it means that you let people run over you. No, you still can set your boundaries. You can still have what you want, and still accept. What. Still create that space. That what unconditional love is, creating that space to allow them to be who they are. And my ex-girlfriend was the person who wanted to work it out with her ex. And this other girl I dated, she was a porn star. She wanted to keep doing that. She's making good money. Okay, fine. But it's not for me. But I love you anyways. I'll let you go do that. So create that space.
Right.
So, anyways.
I agree.
All right. So we've been 2 hours. So we're going to wrap this up. What are some final? What's some final thoughts or words you like to say to people?
Me? I want to, anybody who's watching this right now or has, been following my Facebook page or commented, any of you guys, just thank you. Thank you so much for the comments and the support. I did not see coming, and the new people I'm meeting that are taking me under their wing and helping me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know. It's a new chapter. We'll see what happens, but fingers crossed, and I'm going to try my hardest, and I try pretty hard. So.
Well, I think you're awesome, and this is everything I wanted to know about you, and you're just the person I thought you were. You're so amazing, and I like your feistiness. I like your drive. I like that you've overcome some pretty shitty things in your life and everything, and my hope for you in the future is that you can get back into that space where you can let go and let some guy who loves you unconditionally be able to take control, and you can just rest in that space that he provides for you. That's what I wish for you.
If he's out there and it's meant to be, it will, and if not, I'm fine by myself. Either way.
I know. That's great. All right. Well, thanks a lot for everybody called in. Thank you again, Heather. And don't forget, everybody, to look at the Denver show, like it, follow it, and then go to YouTube also to the Denver show and like and hit the notification bell. Got a lot of other actors and stuff like that coming up here. And we've got an OnlyFans person coming up too that has a unique little twist on what she does for that too. So anyways, thanks again, Heather, for being on.
Thank you.
This is the Big D, the Denver show. Thank you. Love and peace to you all.